Hello everybody, I'm your favorite ski mask wearing idiot, and today we're yapping about the Dart Zone Pro MK3. So this isn't a full comprehensive breakdown, overview, review of the MK3. This is an initial thoughts. So what I initially think about the blaster. I'll do a review like that in like a few months when it's summer and I could actually film outside. So what do I initially think about the MK3? Overall, it's pretty good. However, I still do have a few problems with it. So the MK3 is a select fire blaster. What this means is that it's both full auto and semi-auto. However, the full auto on this thing is pretty much useless. And by that I mean it's just really slow. I have no use for a slow full auto. You could go faster by using semi-auto and just kind of, you know? Another issue that I have with the MK3 is the magwell when you're using full-length darts. So right here I have the included 15-round magazine that comes with the MK3, and it works pretty fine. However, when you get to standard 12-round Nerf mags like this, if you grab a bit too high on the magazine, you cannot insert the magazine because this little like forward grip thing gets in your way. You have to break your grip on the magazine and then insert it. Now this isn't really a big deal. You just need to practice when you're like grabbing your magazine out of the pouch that you grab it by the bottom so you don't run into the full grip as you're inserting the magazine. Another problem that I have with the magwell is that if you insert a magazine in, there's a chance that it just does not lock in there and it'll just slip out. I've had this happen on multiple occasions and it's pretty annoying, and I've had it happen with the included 15-round magazine as well. So it's not just a problem with the magazines that I'm using, it's a blaster problem. Like, oh, I have it happening right now. Like you see, it's touching. It's touching the end of the magwell. Now it's seated. But you can get around this problem by whenever you insert your magazine into the magwell, just give it a rub tap at the end there to make sure it's seated into the blaster. Another problem is that this thing really likes to decapitate full-length darts. Now I don't know whether this is happening because the chili darts that I'm using in this blaster are really worn out, so it's just decapitating them really easily because of that. But either way, yikes. So while you're using semi-auto and half-length darts, there's a chance that you could have this malfunction where your pusher gets stuck in the forward position while it's trying to push out a dart, and it just stays there. And because your pusher is not returning back to its original place, the flywheels just keep on spinning up. And in order to stop this jam, you have to remove the magazine, make sure the dart that tried going into the flywheels falls out, and then reinsert your magazine. Right now, that's jam. Yeah, that's the jam. It's a pretty weird malfunction, and it has pretty simple fixes too. Out of Darts, for example, has several 3D printed inserts that go on like the half-length mag adapter thing and inside the blaster that pretty much fixes this issue. So I don't know why Dart Zone hasn't fixed this issue after this blaster's been out for like how long now. So those are all the legitimate problems that I have with the MK3, but I have a few nitpicks too, like why doesn't this thing have a safety? All the other Dart Zone Pro blasters have a safety, but this one doesn't. I mean, technically, if you switch it down to this position, you can't pull the trigger, but it's not anywhere in the manual, so I don't think you're supposed to do that, so yeah. Another problem that I have with this blaster is that this thing has nowhere you could put a sling on. So either you have to buy a stock that has a sling mount that you could use, or Art of Darts also has this like thing that goes around the buffer tube that you could attach your sling mounts to. But like, this is a pro blaster. I want to be able to use a sling. That's pretty much all of the criticisms I have about the MK3. Now let's get to the positives. For one, this semi-auto trigger is just really good. It's really crispy, it's really snappy, it's really smooth. It's just everything you want from a mechanical semi-auto trigger. Another thing is the ergonomics. The ergonomics on this blaster is just really comfy. It just feels really right to be in this position firing or getting a C-clamp on the end of this barrel. It just feels nice. It really feels like the MK3 fulfills a fast subgun kind of role, especially when you're using the half-length darts. I'll do a full comprehensive breakdown and review of the MK3 in a few months again, so take everything I say here with a grain of salt. I want to spend more time with this blaster. I want to use this blaster a bit more. I want to take it into a game eventually before I do a review on it. So yeah, thank you for hearing me lap, and see ya.